flow, bringing yarns from the road, mate. Watch the wisdom flow from the kitchen bench, hustle to the big global stage. We're handing you the keys, now it's time to turn the page.
A few heroes rise, and they rise again. From the front line to leading mates and friends. Oh, this is your season, time to take a stand. Hero makers then spreading across the land.
I'm the pumped up platypus from Sunny QA. More bounce than a kid who spotted the ice cream van. You see, two Wizzy dads, mate, bringing boom source heat, helping legends step up, take the driver's seat. We're not just here to yabba raw, spin ya a line. We're handing you the mic so your voice can shine. From Tassie to Tokyo, Goldie to Perth, hero makers worldwide, lifting leaders of worth.
Jeff Rule's got the coffee double shot, mate, I'm wide. They platypus at the pool party, still floating our tide. Jeff from barbecues to boardrooms, we bring the yarns and the tools, helping legends lead strong and break all the rules.
See heroes rise, then they rise again.
From the front line to leading mates and friends.
This is your season, time to take a stand. Hero makers, legends, spreading across the land. Grab your brew, your notepad, and your crew. It's the Laptop Lifestyle Dad Show. Hero Maker season, bringing heroes out of you.
Patty the rule, platypus bringing the tricks.
Hero Makers Podcast, your daily boom source fix.
Heroes rise, then they rise again. From the front line to leading mates and friends. Oh, this is your season, time to take a stand.
Hero Makers, legends, spreading across the land. Heroes rise, then they rise again. From the front line to leading mates and friends. Oh, this is your season, time to take a stand. Hero Makers, legends, spreading across the land.
All right. How is everybody going today? So good to see so many amazing familiar faces, some new faces here on this call today. As you're coming in, I'm just going to get you to unmute yourself. I'm sorry, mute yourself, please. We will do a live Q&A at the end of the conversation, but for right now, I just ask everybody to mute themselves, please. And I'm going to just dive straight in because we're going to be really super intentional here. Our time is finite. We're in launch fever right now. I've got my friend and CEO of Freedom Pro here, Josh Phelps, to walk us through what we're actually going to unpack here today. I was very blessed to be one of the first that he shared this with, and just, mate, I'm actually getting quite emotional right now. Just really, really honored to be on this journey with you, Josh. Let me bring Josh Phelps up here. And let's just dive straight into it, everybody. So thank you, Josh, for absolutely creating an amazing community here with, mate, and just going to rock this with everybody. Mate, I don't think we need to do any more introduction. Let's just get straight into it, Josh, and let's show everybody what you showed me and why my belief is right through the roof. You know, we've got over, I think last count, 300-ish people have joined in the last couple of days. We got people getting paid today. We got people, you know, their first day joining. We got people ranking up straight away. This is the unicorn of 2026. It's the unicorn of the decade for the, I reckon, the 20s. Josh, over to you, mate. Let's show everybody what we see and let's see if they can catch the vision as well.
Amazing. Well, everyone, welcome to this call. Just put a yes in the chat box if you're ready to make 2026 absolutely incredible and one of the most profitable years of your life. You know, what I love about what we're doing is this is one of those situations that it's not every day that you get to be a part of. You know, put a 1 in the chat box if you've seen a ton of different passive income opportunities, all of these different, whether it's crypto companies, AI companies, they pop up left and right, but they also usually pop out just as fast as they came into the game. And I'll tell you, the last 90 days before I was willing to, you know, stamp my name on this and get involved with it, I've been vetting this company out. And there was several things that really got my attention that I'm going to be sharing with you on this call today. But I think one of the most important things that we can do right now in the day and age that we're living in is learn how times are evolving and evolve with the times. Who agrees if you do not evolve with what's happening in society right now, you will be left behind? The world is shifting whether we like it or not. I think COVID, that time during the pandemic, was one of the most awakening moments we've had in all of my lifetime, and I would probably say most of yours as well, that really shifted the way that society was running. And then now here comes the massive increase of artificial intelligence in the workspace and in the world. And a lot of people are finding themselves on the opposing side of AI. Put a 1 in the chat box if you agree that AI is going to absolutely transform society, whether we like it or not, love it or not. And if you don't know it or not, you need to find out really quickly because it's happening. One of the things that Warren Buffett said is, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. And I don't know about you, but I grew up in a very, very poor family. You know, I come from a family of ministers. Our whole reality was going and sharing the gospel and letting people know about Jesus. But what I found at a very young age is being poor is never fun. And even at a young age, I know sometimes a lot of people don't think about this, but it is a reality that kids experience. My daughter's 7 years old, and she has had a very different life compared to the one that I've had. But what I love about this is this levels the playing field between what the wealthy are doing with their money and what we now have the ability to be a part of. So what I'm going to do here on this call today, and we're going to go through some Q&A more towards the end, so definitely prepare your questions. We're excited to answer those. But what we're going to do here on this call today is we're going to talk about an AI platform that is absolutely shifting the game in a way that I've never seen. I do want to give this disclaimer. This is not a network marketing company. Number two, I have never been involved in any crypto projects in my lifetime. I've been brought probably every single one of them from people that have been involved in them. And I've said, hey, that's not for me. Not looking into it, not looking at it. I appreciate you thinking about me, but this is not for me. And I'll tell you the reason why is because I've never found a company that has someone behind it like this one does. The Aurum platform is putting us in a very special position right now. And I want to give this disclaimer. We're not financial advisors. We're not giving you financial suggestions. Any investment that you make, you should always do due diligence in order to see if this is for you. But what I can say is the track record is absolutely brilliant and one like I've never seen before. But beyond the track record of the technology that we're going to show you, who agrees, put a 2 in the chat box, that the person behind the company, it is very important to know their track record, right? Anybody can go and try to start a technology. Anybody can go and try to start a company. All you got to do is go file an LLC, an LTD, depending on where you are in the world, and you can be in business. But it's different when someone that has already done it, continued to do it, is now positioning all of us that we can be involved in it. Mr. Brian Benson is the Aurum Foundation's CEO. And I'll tell you, as a CEO of Freedom Pro, I wasn't looking to try to be involved with any other platform. We have 25,000 plus affiliates already within our platform, and I love so much what we're doing. But I think in life, sometimes God puts things in our lap that maybe we weren't expecting, but things that we have prayed for. And one of the things that I prayed for personally is that I could have a passive vehicle for people where beyond making money, beyond creating residual income, they had a way to grow their money. There's one thing outside of how much money you make that separates rich people and poor people. Poor people are experts at making money. I didn't say making a lot of money, but poor people, average people, we all know how to make money. We were taught that from the beginning. You can get hired right in high school, out of high school, and moving forward in your life. But what we have never been taught is what the banks have been doing with our money now for as long as we've had money in the banks, and that's multiplying it. Put a 1 in the chat box if you've ever heard of the company Binance. I think all of us have heard of the company Binance. Binance is a unicorn company. In 6 months, they went from zero volume to over $1 billion in volume. They became $1 billion company faster than Amazon, faster than Google, and all of these different companies that all of us already know. And Mr. Brian Benson was responsible for opening up all of Latin America and South America, which made up over 20% of the revenue that was done in Binance. So that was one of the big things that got my attention, right? Anybody can have technology. But one of the first things that stood out to me is the person that's running the technology has already built $1 billion company. He was a trader at Morgan Stanley. He then got hired on as one of the founders in Binance to go open up all of Latin America. And you'll see more about this, just more about him in a minute, but his track record is, I believe, stands up against anybody's. And it gives me a lot of confidence. Someone at this stature would not be doing what they're doing. And let me share a little secret with you. The technology that I'm about to show you, a bank just recently tried to buy it for $100 million. Now, the interesting part about this and the relationship that Brian and I have now built together, when talking with him about that, I was like, why didn't you sell it for $100 million? He said, Josh, if I give it to the bank, now we aren't able to go around the world and help everybody else, the average person, have access to it. And I can say that is something that is special. Oftentimes in business, people are just there to make money and get rich as fast as they can. The heart of the people is usually not at the core and center of it. That's one of the things that I find very in common with myself and Mr. Brian Benson. And it's something that is very special. You can actually go and Google him. I love when you can see a track record of someone. You can see him when he was young and when he was trading, what he did with Binance, and now up to being a part of the Aurum Foundation and being the CEO and one of the executives in the company. He's also a part of the Forbes Finance Council. Put a 1 in the chat box if you understand that you can pay to have an article written on Forbes. Put a 2 in the chat box if you understand you cannot pay your way to be recognized as a finance council member that speaks on behalf of Forbes. It's a very different situation. These are all the things that I was checking off when looking at this company before I ever shared it with one person. And what we did is we started with our internal team. The fact that you're here right now, you are at the very beginning of us with our whole Freedom Pro community rolling this out. They already have a Visa card as well, which you can use your money there. You'll learn more about everything we're doing in Freedom Pro later. But tonight, I want to focus on Aurum and what's happening here in this company. There are major blockchain and AI technology conferences happening in the Middle East, happening in Singapore. And what we have seen is the CEO of Aurum is always on stage. One of the most recent conferences in Singapore had 20,000+ people there. And here he is alongside the co-founder and COO of Sandbox, 1inch, EaseFlow, right? Massive, massive companies in this space. We don't have someone that's just trying to make it. Who agrees someone that's trying to make it is not in the same status as someone that's already made it and opened up the opportunity? If Mr. Jeff Bezos gave us all an opportunity to make some money, who agrees we would probably listen to that, right? That's the type of reality that we have a part of what we're doing here. And there's several different things that I'm going to show you here tonight. One of those is we actually have a service where you can stake the crypto you already have and grow it anywhere from 17 to 20+% annually. That's better than the banks. And in a market right now that what we're probably going to see in 2026 is we're probably about to walk into a bear market. There's a lot of economic things that are happening on a global macro level. When it comes to the economies around the world, I do want to confirm for you, all the economists around the world are saying that we are going to fall into a recession here at some point. In terms of crypto as well, I do think that we're going to see a bloodbath at some point. But this is what I love about what we're doing here. When it comes to the markets, this is not leverage trading. A lot of people lose money in the markets. Retail traders, 98% of them lose because a couple things. One, they don't have the proper intelligence. Two, emotional instability. All right. And then three, just not having the proper technology. The banks, hedge funds, the biggest family offices around the world, they're not sitting there plugging away and typing trades, jumping into trades here and there. They have artificial technology that's doing the work for them. And then they have human eyes that are watching the technology to confirm and make sure that it's going well. Now, I want you to hear this quick video from the CEO of Aurum, and I'll jump in right after this.
We're on a mission to create 1,000 millionaires that don't have $1 million today. So if we can come up with a system whereby there's, hundreds of thousands of people in there, but 1,000 of these people be turned into millionaires, then those assets are inside of our platform. That turns us into a unicorn right away. And so that's really the goal that I have as an executive at the company is how do we get people that don't have $1 million today to get them to $1 million through saving, through yield-bearing assets, through a lot, compounding interest, through a lot of these things that have been around for a long time, but that not everyone in the world uses. And these are tools that are super important to get us there. So that's how we're measuring it internally, is if we can get to the point where we have 1,000 people that have become millionaires through our system and through working with our products, then that gets us really close to the unicorn valuation. And we want to be a fintech unicorn. I think Binance was the fastest fintech unicorn ever in the history. I think it took less than 6 months. We used to have a slide about that in our pitch deck. So I'm pretty sure I've done this before. I've been involved in one of the fastest growing fintech unicorns in the world. And I think what we have at Aurum is actually very similar to when I started at Binance.
All right. What I want you to see is while we are on this call, I'm literally getting notifications of profits while we're sitting here. Okay. What I love about this company is every single person that is involved here is making money. Put a yes in the chat box if you agree with me. It's not normal that every person involved that is active is winning. Usually in most financial situations, I've been in hedge funds. I know most of the brokers around the world. Most of them, it's a situation where if you make money, they lose money. So oftentimes they're not in your favor. What I love about this is a situation where as long as you win, the company wins. And if you don't win, the company doesn't win either. Now, the track record is remarkable. Going into February, this is going to be 3 years with one of the most solid track records I've ever seen. But I also want to talk about what stands out the most to this company for me. People that have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars, when we can park our money and make money off of it, 10, 12, 15, 17% a month, it is massive. But who agrees most of the time in the financial equation, the small people are left out? And when I say the small people, I'm talking about 95% of humanity. You weren't born from a family that had a trust. You didn't grow up in a family that had $1 million to give you so you could go start a business idea. You had to make it and figure it out for yourself. One word of advice that I'm going to give you: you cannot save your way to wealth. Success loves speed. I want to be very clear about that. Who agrees making $1 million is amazing? Right? Who wants to make $1 million? I think all of us do. But the question is, how long is it going to take you to make that? If it takes 20 years to make $1 million, who agrees it's great that you made $1 million, but it didn't go very far because each year it got rough. What I love about this is the fast track to success. But what it doesn't do is exclude the person that doesn't come from wealth. It isn't $2,000 to join. It's $19.99 for the annual membership. $1.50 a month, if you want to break it down into that. Okay, it is amazing when you look at what you have access to here for $19.99 for the entire year. And then from there, the minimum contribution is $100. You can take this into every country around the world and put people in a place that they can do what Albert Einstein called the eighth wonder of the world, and that's compound interest. Albert Einstein did not just say the eighth wonder of the world is compounding interest. He said those that don't know it, pay it. Those that do get paid it. And I don't know about you, who's tired of just paying for everybody else's wealth? Every bill you pay is contributing to someone else's wealth outside of yourself. Every dollar you put in your bank account is making them money, and they give you pennies annually on what they're now making off of you. So what I love about this is this now separates the distance of wealth and freedom for everybody and brings together the masses and says, hey, the same technology the bank just offered $100 million for, you can have access to it for $19.99 for the year. It's game changing. Most of you pay more in bank fees than $19.99 annually. Okay, so look at this. Since March or February of 2023, it's done over 538%, and it has never lost in a single day, especially not in a single month. The lowest percentage that it has had is 8% on a monthly basis. I don't know if you've ever looked at a compound calculator. Take $1,000 and compound it 10% for 3 to 5 years and see where you are. I didn't say $100,000. You'll be in millions and millions and millions of dollars. But $1,000 account. I'm going to show you some accounts here in a few minutes that you can see that have been trading on this platform. But what's special about this is you can get in the game for $100. We have people that have put $12 million in the account. All right. But for you, I want you to see these percentages. At $100 entry point, starting out, you're going to be looking at getting around 10.49% per month based off of what this technology has done. Obviously, there is no legal guarantees. You can't do that in the financial industries. There must be disclosures that there is obviously risk involved. Everything in the world has risk, but this has been one of the safest things that I've ever seen because, again, it's not trading leverage. Whether the markets go up or down, who agrees in a crypto bloodbath that oftentimes people are in panic mode? But how fun is it that you can be in the game now? And while the markets are going up, down, booming, recession, we are making money every single day. There's not one person that signed up that hasn't been making money daily. From $250 to $249 to $999, you'll be looking at about 11% a month. At $1,000 to $24.99, you're looking at around 12% a month. $2,500 to $49.99, you're looking at around 13% a month. And what's beautiful about this is you can top up and add to your account anytime, or when your money is making money, it can graduate into the next bracket level. Okay? So regardless, I want you to see the power of this. Whether you have a little bit or a lot, who agrees your money multiplying is the best place that it can be? Everybody knows how to make money. The wealthy are the ones that have mastered compounding interest. And like I said earlier, you'll never save your way to wealth. You'll work for all of your life. You'll never save your way to wealth. But what you can do is multiply your way there, because multiplication goes a lot further. We've all heard if you doubled a penny a day for 30 days, or if I could give you $1 million, most people take the $1 million. But what is actually bigger at the end of the 30 days? The multiplication. It is powerful when we put this to work for our money. But let's look at last year, 2025. What did it do? In January, over 15%. February, March, April, May, over 17%. In June, it did 16%. From July all the way to the end of the year, it did over 17% every single month. Now, if you start out with $100, $200, $500, $1,000, you're going to see, again, like I showed you on the last screen, anywhere from 10, 13, 14%. When you step up with more money, then you're going to see higher gains, okay? It is amazing how this is set up in our favor. But I want to start off and show you an account on April 17th that was funded with $500. From April 17th, okay, and I'm going to go here so you can see this even deeper. From April 10th, going into just a couple months, all right, what you see happen here is this account grew 76%. From $500 from April 17th to now $882 by September 17th. And what's wild about this is you did not do anything but put the money in the account the same way that you're putting money in your bank account right now. Maybe the bank never told you this. They're not just doing you a favor by holding your money. They are using your money to make them money. Please put a yes in the chat box if you do understand that. The whole banking industry was set up to get wealthy off of you. It's not like your mattress. It just holds your cash and it doesn't go anywhere. No, when you give the money to the banks, they go put your money to work for them. All we're doing now is putting our money to work for us. Now let's go and look at a bigger account. That same time in April, one account, we loaded up $10,000 in it. Now I want you to see this because this is very, very important. You can see the dates, but I also want you to pay attention to the account numbers so you can track this with us. Does everyone see right here where it says 1972 on the end of this account? Okay, right here where that arrow is next to the circle, 1972. Now check this out. Same account, same account, same account, same account. We all see that? Now, I want you to see what happened in 5 weeks. From April 10th to the 16th of May, the account went from $10,000 to $12,000 and $360 in profit. It grew $2,300 the first 5 weeks. What happened in 10 weeks? It grew 55%, went from 10,000 to 15,000. In 12 weeks, 74% growth, from 10,000 to over $17,000. And then within 4 short months, from April 10th to August 10th, the account doubled. Put a yes in the chat box if you agree multiplying your money is the best thing that you could do with your money. This opens up the door of freedom. You know, $10,000 is not a huge account. It is amazing how you can multiply your way to having more money. Or let's say that some of you are in a position right now that you don't have a lot of capital. You have the opportunity to earn it here, so you can then fund your accounts with more and then multiply it from there. But let's see what happened after that. That same account, as of December, went from $10,000 to over $39,000. Today, I don't have the screenshot in front of me, but it's sitting over $44,000 right now. Same account. Started with $10,000, 1972. In 8 months, from April to December, it's sitting at $39,000. Now, what I love about this is whether you share this with anybody or not, you can make money. Who agrees it's amazing when you can make money without sharing something with anybody? Just from the product itself, the technology itself, the one that the bank tried to pay $100 million for. You can sit there and make money off of that. Now, what I love even more is because you can make money without sharing it, it makes a lot of sense to help other people out at the same time if you can make even more. All right. So with that being said, I want you to see these results. Over and over again, we have built something like it has never been done before. It's already out on the Android App Store. We have a new Neo banking app that's coming out on iOS as well here very shortly. We have a huge conference happening in Dubai on the 16th, 17th, and 18th of this month here in January. So you're at the beginning of this. When Jeff reached out to you or one of the leaders, I want you to understand you are the initial inner circle. We put in 300 people now just setting the stage. What we're going to do the next 30 days is put in over 10,000 people. Okay? Why? Because it makes sense. It's powerful. The person behind it is one of the most intelligent people in this space with a very proven track record, and the technology is set in your favor. All right? It is absolutely powerful. Now, what I want to do now, and I'm not going to take much time with this here tonight, for all of you that are interested in not just compounding your money, but being able to get paid for introducing this to other people, I'm going to share this with you right now. Someone can just be a customer, not share this with anybody, and make money 10 to 15% a month. And there are people that are very happy to do that. There are some people that does not want to tell anybody about anything, and they want to selfishly keep it to themselves. I'm not mad at you. But what I will say is if you have the ability to earn and make incredible and powerful income off of helping other people get that same experience, that's a very beautiful situation. So what I want to do is show you how this works on the affiliate rewards plan. If any of you are familiar with insurance, I know a lot of you are out of the country from the US, but if you are in the country, in the US, in the insurance world here, based off of whatever level that you're at, you get paid the spread of the difference of the people underneath you. So I want you to pay close attention and keep that in mind. Starting out at Innova, you have to have at least $100 in your technology. And every single person you introduce to this personally, initially at the rank of Nova, you're going to make 3% from their deposit. Someone goes and deposits $10,000, you're going to make $300. I'm going to give you an example. My dad signed up on January the 3rd. As of today, he's made over $1,300 in commissions from 5 to, I think, 7 people now that signed up underneath them, and they funded their account. One of the guys that we've talked about, Daniel, that you may have heard, Jeff has been coining it, be like Daniel. Daniel started out at just under $10,000 a couple of days ago. His account went from, I think it was 9,900. The first day it grew $41 in profit. He called me back and he said, hey, can I put more money into this? He topped it up with another $13,000. Now he has $23,000 in it. And I talked to him earlier today, and he said the first day at $23,000, it made over $100 in a day. This gentleman runs a health clinic. This is amazing. The place that I go and get hyperbaric therapy, if you know what that is, this is someone that's running that. Him and his family own it. And he's like, man, if I can just multiply my money like this is going to change my life forever. And I said, yes, that's the point of all of this. So once you go from Nova, all you need in your total group of business, this is not network marketing. It is unilevel, unlimited width, meaning you could sign up 100 people personally, but you only need 3 people to run to the entire compensation plan, building 3 legs down. Okay? In your whole book of business, everybody underneath you that you personally enroll and that comes through their business, once you have $7,500 in trading, you're now what's called a Voyager. You get a $100 extra bonus. Now you're making 5% of every deposit from all of your direct sales. But where it gets even bigger is now you're making 5% of the daily profit on a matching bonus that your team is making. Now that doesn't come out of their profit. What the company makes, they give you a percentage of that. But now let me make it even sweeter for you. The profits, the bonuses, and the direct sales, when someone makes a sale, you get paid and it's immediately in your account. Who agrees daily pay is better than weekly and monthly? But not just daily pay, I'm talking about immediate pay. This is game changing. And we have people running through these promotion levels because this is easy. $7,500 in your total book of business. Now, but check this out. Now you're a Voyager. You're getting 5% from the direct sales. The people underneath you, whether that's 3 legs or whether you go as long and as far as you want to go and with, we're helping our team grow because we want everybody to make money. We're giving away personals left and right to people that are funding their accounts and contributing because we want to help everyone win. If we all win, who agrees that's a better situation than just a couple people at the top? No, this is community-driven, faith-based, and I am excited that we have the ability to really bring the kingdom to the world and help people. Talented people can help people that haven't been as talented share this. But guys, anybody you know that's breathing, has a bank account, or has any money, this is something they need. But look at this. From Voyager to Nova, who sees there is a 2% difference between 5 and 3? What's 5 minus 3? 2. Okay? Now, everybody underneath you, whatever your rank is and your profit from the direct sales, you make the spread of everybody infinitely from them down, the difference of what that spread is. So if you had someone that was a Nova that signed up someone, let's say they put $100,000 in there, okay? That Nova just made $3,000 on that, but because you're a Voyager, you just made a $2,000 bonus, the difference between 5 and 3. As you rank up and go to Vanguard, that's a total of $25,000 in your business trading. This happens like that. Everybody's making money every day. People are fired up about this. You hit Vanguard. Not only did you get the $100 bonus when you hit Voyager immediately, you hit Vanguard, then you just got a $500 bonus. Now you're making 7% from your direct sales, but now you have spread your spread with your team and what you're getting paid. So if you have someone underneath you now that's a Voyager, you're making 2% difference there. But let's say that someone in your other leg is a Nova. They sign up someone, they're going to make 3%. On that deposit, you made more than they did as a Vanguard because you have a 4% spread. Now, let me give you a little secret. There is a way to run to the compensation plan as fast as you desire to do it. Whatever rank you hit, help 2 people underneath you do the same thing. When you go Voyager, you help 2 people go Voyager, you will almost automatically jump up to Vanguard. You help 2 people go Vanguard, you'll automatically go up to Vanguard Pro. It's literally inevitable how easy this is to do it. And who remembers the famous quote? If you help enough people get what they want, you'll have everything that you want. So this is the basis and the framework of what we're doing. You're getting paid every deposit that goes in. And once you're at Voyager and above, you are getting a matching bonus from the profit that's being made every single day. And you have the way to run up as far as you want to run. Okay? Going up to Nexus is 10.5% on the deposits. You've made a $2,000 bonus. And guys, this just goes up and up, but I want to take it to the top of the plan. Okay? If you don't come in and hit Nova Voyager, there's no reason to even look at what I'm about to share with you. But I know that the fact that you're on this call right now, that you're positioning yourself to be in an elite level status, which is where we're going to start at here on the screen. I want you to pay attention to a couple things. The place Dominion is highlighted here in red. Okay? From elite to Dominion, I want you to see the bonuses that are sitting there. That's over $800,000 in bonus money on the way to Dominion. One of my good friends that I was speaking to right before we started this call, which some of you that are going with me to Dubai, you're going to get to meet him. He's been on some of our trainings as well. One of my good friends, in 9 months, he has hit Dominion. He's made $1.8 million the last 9 months. If you want to be a millionaire with this program alone, if you run to Dominion, it will happen like that. I want you to look at this. At the elite level, that's only $1.2 million being traded. You may say, Josh, I don't know if I know where to go get $1 million from. I'll tell you, you know 10 people that know 10 people that know 10 people that know somebody that unlimited in depth, that is not very difficult to accumulate. That's what's powerful about this, especially with us all helping each other. Okay? The profits from your direct sales increase through each rank. The bonuses get higher. But guys, I want you to see this. I posted this in the group last night. Literally, the moment that he hit the Dominion rank, I'm going to pull this up. He just sent me the picture yesterday, and I posted it in our Telegram group. I want you to see this. $500,000 sitting there in the balance. He got paid the bonus as soon as he got it. Who agrees a $500,000 bonus would change your life entirely? But I want you to understand, it only starts out with helping people win. And as people win, the momentum scales. And this is something that is very easy to do. I don't like to use the word easy because a lot of times I feel like it's actually disempowering. I feel like people need to challenge themselves. But this is easy. You don't have to learn a new skill set. You don't have to go figure out some type of new special knowledge that's going to help you go to the next level of your life. You do the same thing you've already been doing. Instead of putting your money into an account that's not making money, now you're putting money into an account that is making you money. Put a 1 in the chat box right now if you're already on the team and you've been making daily profits. And I want everybody in the chat that's not on the team to see this. Every single person, every single day is getting paid. And here's the cool part. You can take your profits every day and take it out if you want. If you want to have a $10,000 account that's growing 10%, you take that $1,000 out and use that for expenses, you can do that. Or you could be like my buddy that we put $10,000 in the account and 8 months later, it's $40,000. It's up to you. This is your money. What we want to do is give you access to the technology that the banks are trying to buy, that one of the founders of Binance is not just standing behind, but is running completely with. We want to give you the opportunity to be a part of that with us. You know, I will say this. There's a lot of companies that push a lot of hype. We are very excited because people are actually making money. But what I can say wholeheartedly, this isn't a hype fest. This isn't one of those things that, all right, guys, let's get as much money as we can right now, and we don't know if it's going to be here 6 months from now. It's already been here 3 years. It's just ramping up. Can we all put a 2 in the chat box if we agree that a bank wouldn't be trying to spend $100 million if it didn't have value to it? Banks have a lot of money, but they're very specific where they put their money. There's already institutional money in this. This has been written about in Forbes. So for me, it was very simple. I took much longer than you guys probably will. As an owner of a company I am very strong on regulations, legality. I have one of the most beautiful little girls in the world, and I'm not building what I'm building just to get some quick money. This is something that I truly want you to hear my heart on. I've done very well in my life, and I came from a little. But what I know is when you stay faithful to the mission, you stay ethical, and you actually care about people and help people win, there's no way that you don't get elevated. And with this opportunity, what we want to do for you is just put you on the right track of wealth. Whether you're someone that just wants to come in and multiply your money and not share this program, okay, put your money to work for you. We'll cheer you on. But at the same time, I do want to say this. There's a lot of people around the world that's struggling right now. There's a lot of people around the world that's struggling right now. And I actually believe in my heart, most of us want to do more to impact the world. But I'll tell you what I learned from a family of missionaries. We would go and ask poor people to help, at that time, us poor people, go help poor people. Put a 2 in the chat box. Do you agree that's not a good cycle to be in? Right? Like we had to raise money for us. Like my dad's budget every month as a kid, my parents separated when I was 4. I lived with my dad. He was on staff at a church and he's been a full-time missionary really since he came out of the womb. We're 8 generations deep of ministers in my family. I'm the 8th generation. I went straight into Bible school out of high school, and preaching is what I've done since I was young. 18, 19 years old, I'm speaking in main stages, not the youth group. I'm getting invited to speak at 10,000, 20,000 as one of the keynote speakers. I was so blessed to grow up with very powerful theologians. Some of the fathers in the faith, I'm not going to name drop here tonight, but I was so blessed to not grow up around rich people in terms of money. But when it comes to spirituality, I feel like I grew up around some of the richest people you could ever be around when it comes to truth and divinity. And from there, I said, hey, you can have money and enjoy Jesus. I saw a post yesterday that's like, you can love money or you can love Jesus. I'm like, since when did you have to pick one? Like, what happened to abundant life is what we were created for. And I want to say this to you right now. Maybe you're someone that is in a situation that you've been told you can't have wealth and have spirituality. All of that is nonsense. We were made for abundant life. God did not make us to be poor and struggle for our entire life. I believe that wholeheartedly. And what I also believe is at the same time, God gave you a superpower, which is the ability to make a decision to do something. Who's ever seen the leprechaun at the end of the rainbow with the gold? Now, I sure haven't. Might have seen it on a movie. But what I am going to say this, God's not going to drop off gold at your doorstep. Someone said, not personally. Come on. Me neither. No worries. Money's not just going to show up randomly. You got to do something to be in alignment with where money is. And that's what we're doing here. We're literally just helping people get realigned to be in the right path to multiply their money. If you want to go make $1 million sharing this, do it. If you want to make just an extra 6 figures, do it. It's up to you, but we're here to help you. So I could talk for hours about this. I truly am in love with what we're doing, especially in partnership with our whole Freedom Pro community. This is our passive arm of the company with the partnership we made. And I am so excited about it because now every member in our community has the ability to get paid every day, while then they can participate in anything else that they desire to participate, whether that's our company or whether you're working with another company. We're not here to say you have to do this and this alone. That's stupidity. It's ego. It's narcissistic. It's nonsense. What we're saying is if you are making money, if you have money, it's better to multiply it. And this is the best technology you can have doing it for you. That's not risky. That's not one of those things that has one of the unicorn builders in our society of Binance and now this actually running at the head of the ship. And I'll tell you, the fact that I'm here, a part of another company outside of mine, you know something special's happened. So Jeff, I will share this and pass it back to you. But for all of you here, we're excited about this. I think 2026 is going to be one of the most special years of our life. And even before we announced that we were doing anything with this, I've said across the board to all of our 25,000 people and speaking at different events that this is the year of the harvest. We've been in planting season. Put a 1 in the chat box if you feel like that too. Like it's been planting, it's been toiling, and it has been stewarding the soil. So it keeps growing. Right now is where the manifestation of wealth begins to happen like never before. Amen. And what's crazy about that is sometimes what took you 4 years to plant and build, in 1 year, you can get the reward of all of it and a multiple of it. And I do believe that this is a part of that. So Jeff, back to you, sir. Any questions you guys have, I'm happy to answer. And this is going to be absolutely beautiful.
Mate, you keep saying that, small things, don't people enough celebrate the small beginnings of things. And like, I've been sitting here watching this grow over the last 6 days and, go from having 10 people join to 30 people join to, in my team alone, I think we're just about to hit 150 in 6 days. Like just whilst I was on this call with you guys, I got paid a $60 commission. I'm only hit the first rank. Someone just put in a deposit, and it was about 5 generations down with like we're stacking people, and I got $60 in my account straight away. Like that is instant money. Like, and this is getting very, very exciting. So this is not going to stay small for very, very long. But from my heart to yours, from Josh's, thank you very much for blessing us the opportunity to be your guides on this journey, to share this exciting opportunity with you. What you do with this information, whether you run with this or not, that's up to you. I think you're mad if you don't, really. I really, really do. With everything that we've given you. My prayer, I said to Josh when he showed me this, my prayer for this year was alignment. And like you guys, for everybody who's seen me going for the last 4 or 5 years, I am good at what I do, and I can promote multiple products, but having to do 2 horses at once that are galloping, they're saying you can't ride 2 horses at once. Well, I've been doing it, but you can't do it for forever. There's a time where one horse is going to start running faster than the other. And there's a time where you're going to need to make a decision. Which horse are you going to run with? And that's basically when Josh said to me, come here, my prayer was for alignment, for everything that I'm doing to come into one ecosystem, to one alignment. I'm a big believer in multiple streams of income, and I've challenged the narrative of trying to promote multiple opportunities. I've challenged it. And I think I've done it pretty well to most people's standards. But there's a time where you've got to go, right, where is home? Here it is. And, I've spoken to Josh at length with this. I actually got to spend a really good week up in the Beverly Hills, up in LA with Josh and Brianna. And it was just an amazing time just to get to know this gentleman, break bread with him, do life as family with him, and pray with him. And mate, from my heart to yours, you don't know how much that week has really meant to me. And, and how much respect that has, like I've gotten from that week alone. And I know where my home is. It's right here. My question for you is, do you know where your home is? Like if you're looking for a space with leadership, you've got it. If you're looking for a space that's spiritual, you've got it. If you're looking for a space that's got the culture of generosity and the biblical principles of leadership, you have got it. So if you're not in already, make sure that you reach out to the person who invited you to this call. I'm in Facebook jail. I reached out so excited. I got out to 500 people as fast as I could, and I knew I was going to end up in jail, but I had a plan. I'm getting people to email me. My inbox is blowing up. This is going nuts. And you're one of the very first to share this. So let's see if there's any questions in the conversations and see if we just answer some major questions there, like the real hot burning ones. The biggest one I want to tackle here. Sorry, Josh, where you go?
Oh, it's Kevin. I was wondering if I can ask a question.
Yeah, sure. Cool. Go ahead, Kevin.
Okay, awesome. This is very exciting, guys. It's I know that you, Jeff, don't get involved with anything that you haven't vetted first. You're somebody that I respect tremendously. And there's a couple of things out there that are, similar, not this quality, right? But things that, people get worried about at times. Like, I don't know if you heard of a company called Zionics. They seemed pretty good in the beginning, and they put things on pause because of the I guess the market affects the bots. And is there any type of risk or volatility? I'm so sorry about my noisy phone. So
No, you're
No,
right.
you're fine. No,
turn that
I
off.
would love to answer that because so
Okay,
just
cool.
you know, I've been in the financial game for over 10 years. Since I was 17, I've been in the banking industry. My brother and I own a $1 billion credit card processing company you can look up called Advanced Merchant Services. We changed
Oh,
it to
wow.
Advanced Payments to do a rebranding effectively, as Merchant Services isn't as popular name-wise in America these days.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I've been vetting this the last 90 plus days. We had a couple financial advisors and attorneys look through this before we did anything, but I want to answer the specifics of the AI side of it. The majority of these trading platforms out there are trading on leverage trading, right? That's where a lot of people lose a ton of money. They're looking for 1 to 50, 1 to 100, 1 to 200, 1 to 500, you name it, looking
Yeah.
for the ability to take a small amount and effectively get a lot higher gains as if they had a multiple of the money that they had. This is pure trading. Whether it's going up and down, they're buying and selling at the market's flat where it is. There's no multiplication of it. There's no leverage added to it. And one of my biggest conversations, I spent hours grilling Brian when I initially had the conversations, because my thing is like, I've not been in the financial markets in terms of sharing anything retail with anybody for the last 5 years. I used to be in the online marketing space outside of what I do in my company, and I walked away from everything because I didn't want to be involved with anything that someone would lose with, right? It's one thing for rich people to have an experience that they may lose a little bit, but gain a lot more. They have the ability to play big ball like that. It's another thing when someone puts $1,000 that if this is gone, that wrecks their whole savings plan when you look at their situation financially. So with this, that was one of my key conversation was what happens in a bear market, because we know in any financial market, it's never going to be bullish all the time. There's always going to be good seasons. There's always going to be bear seasons. And in that, it doesn't matter because, again, it's that leverage trading, or like with FX, you can trade both sides of it. But if you call a buy and it goes on a sell, it can blow your whole account if you're not actually managing your account properly. With this, it is extremely different. The AI performs whether it's good or bad in terms of up or down, if you want to use that language, bullish or bearish.
Yeah.
And in this scenario, they're not like trading all day long too, which is one of the powerful parts of the AI. I've heard companies say they're using AI and it's just a program bot. It's not anything to do with artificial intelligence. I was blessed enough to actually go behind the scenes and see what they're doing and see their trading team. One of the accounts that I saw had $18 million in it. And they were showing how it worked. It's like, this is mind blowing. Because most of the times in like an FX account, you can't have $18 million in it. You got to split it or they'll take your leverage out almost to nothing just because of that size account. The broker doesn't want to lose.
So Aurum is very, very, I mean, you answered my question and that is amazing. I'm really glad that you're doing your due diligence because you guys want to make sure and audit is. So you're saying that this program is auditable pretty much, where you can 100%. Go in. Okay, good. That's good because that gives us reassurance, and I'm seeing everybody winning here. I don't see one bad thing about this entire platform. So I just needed to get that out of the way.
Your questions are valid because they're all the same questions I had and grilled Josh with as well.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen a lot of garbage out there, and as soon as he said it's backed by Binance, there's a bank wanting to try and purchase this. And the fact that, Josh has been sitting on this for 3 months, like I've had conversations in the background. He's got his solicitors to go through this with a fine-tooth comb to check it all for us. And the fact that Josh is putting his name to this, knowing the company that we're building with Freedom Pro and everything doing that, let's go. Anyway,
no, that's enough right there. I mean, your credibility is at stake, and the fact that you guys, that's amazing. I love that.
Josh,
I'm going to show you guys a couple accounts so you can see this. All right. So this is the dashboard. This is an account. I think this one specifically was set up on January 4th. And from the day that it was set up, the first day it did 0.72%. The next day it did 0.5%. The next day it did 0.46%. Right. What was this yesterday? It did, 0.55%. This is not crazy returns in the crypto market like a lot of people are pushing for. A lot of people are trying to double their money every 2 months, every month. That's where people are losing with having these super aggressive type situations. And with this, it's very, very easy to do. All you do, so you guys can see the actual process of this of adding money to it and paying for everything, all you do is you can select USDT or USDC. If you use USDT, most people use the Tron network. You can also use the BNB, or if it's in USDC, it's set up on the Ethereum network, Polygon, or BNB as well, right? But with that, you would send money over to the wallet. It would then arrive here and show as an available balance. So for example, and we'll do this on the call right now live so you guys can see. This account right here hit the rank of Voyager. I think it did it while we were on the call. Did that not just go up while we were sitting here? That was Nova just a few minutes ago. Somebody just put money in.
I think I'm like about this close from hit the next rank.
Come on. So this account right here. Let's go. While we're sitting here. With that being said, look, the bonus paid immediately.
Hello. I'm sorry, that was me. I just put it in.
Let's go.
All right.
She said sorry, that was me. Sweetheart, you don't have to say sorry.
Don't even say sorry.
All right, check this out. So what I like about this, and this is one of the things that I've shown people, you can then take out this if you wanted to withdraw the money. So if you wanted to pull that out, send that to an external wallet that you have, or like within our Freedom Pro community, we have our own crypto card as well that you can load up and you can use as well. But with this, you can go right here to financial proposals, the EXAI bot. If you're doing your first time deposit, you would click create a deposit. If you've already had a deposit made, the first thing that's very important is that you have this reinvest button checked and toggled over where it's green. If not, the daily profits will not compound. It'll just go into an account that you could then pull out, but you're not getting the compound effect of the next day having the growth plus the profit it had the day before. But check this out, the top up. That $100 bonus just hit while we were live on the call. I hit the max button, $100. I confirmed top up. It did have $110 in the account. Now I just added that $100 to it. Once it refreshes here in just a second, now you see there's $210 in the account. To give you another prime example, my dad started his account with $100. Okay. In 3 days, he's made over $1,200 in commissions. I think he's made more now, but he made $1,200 in commissions as of a day ago. I need to see what it is now. He put the whole $1,200 in as a trading account. So he started with 100, but now he has $1,300 that's trading and compounding daily because of several other people that got started and added money to the account. And this is one of those situations where, again, if you want to pull your profits out, you have the ability to do that. If you withdraw on the EXAI bot alone, because it has the highest performance in a 3-year track record, because of how it is performing, and the money is actually in Binance or KuCoin, the majority of it is in Binance because Brian has a very close relationship with them, being one of the ones that pushed them as a billion-dollar company and opened up all the Latin America for them. But if you want to pull out your initial capital, you can take it out on the 1st, the 10th, and the 20th of the month. It is preferred.
So I'm just going to jump in here. Don't you have a call to go to in like 1 minute, mate?
Yes, I do. I need to run.
Yeah.
But everybody, welcome to the family. We're excited about this. Jeff,
I'm gonna stay back here.
Help everybody. And I got to help a bunch of other people. You guys be blessed. Welcome to the family, and let's get to compounding.
Thanks, Josh. Bye. Thanks, man. Love you. Cool. I'm going to stay back here for probably another 15 minutes, guys. If you've got any more questions, happy to answer anything. Unmute yourself. I'm an open book. Let's go. Who's next? Thanks, Kevin. Brilliant questions.
Thank you.
All right, guys. I'm just sitting here like, I've just hit rank, on that call. I've had 2 other people just hit rank on that call. And like, this is just so exciting. And we're going to have probably another couple of people probably hit rank today as well. And like literally 4 days in.
Hey, Jeff.
There you go. Who's that? Sorry.
Jeff, so I've been longing for a trading strategy such as this this is Matt Tui. I've been longing for one of these for a long time, and I've come across a couple that have been just outright, scams and rug pulls. And I found that out through, friends of mine who have participated time and time again with the AI bots. And I actually had a financial advisor say, hey, if you get another one of these, an automated AI bot, it's a scam. Don't even bother with it. So I'm really thrilled to know that this is legitimate. And and I posed a question to you that was a kind of a personal question before the
Well, actually,
meeting.
do you want to ask the question here live on this call? What was the question you asked me?
I asked you straight up, like, if you were in a room with God, looking at God in his eyes, could you honestly say wholeheartedly that you introduced this to me with the best of intents and that you truly believe that it's going to benefit me and my family?
10,000.
And you said yes.
10,000.
And I know you're a spiritual guy. Yeah.
Right.
So.
So 10,000%. I will admit I'm not Jesus. I am human. I do make mistakes. But
Right.
like Josh is putting his name behind this. I'm working to be an online church pastor with my beautiful wife, Sarah. So my heart here is as a shepherd to really, bring the one into the 99 flock, right? To use some language around that. For those of you who know my journey, I was an atheist. I've come to faith in that space. And I don't want to get into that conversation too deep because I want to be respectful of people who may not be entertaining that conversation. But I wouldn't be putting my name behind this if I didn't, have vetted it, if I didn't believe in it, all of that sort of jazz. So yes, 10,000% without a question.
That's all I needed to hear.
Cool. Thank you, Matthew. Appreciate you, man. Man, look, and sorry, I just see Sue just ask a question. What does rank mean? Look, it's network marketing, it's affiliate marketing, it's digital marketing, it's online marketing terminology. Rank just means that, you basically, you've got your bonuses, right? We walked through on the presentation there. You've got your different levels. So the strategy here is we're building this as a family. So I joined under Josh and I put 3 people underneath me. Actually, I've got 4 because I didn't realize that it wasn't automated. I learned lesson and I'm teaching my lessons to you as I go. So I've got 4 legs that I am building personally, but I'm a builder. I can do that. What I'm encouraging everybody else to do is just focus on 3. You need 2 legs that have got people building with you to go all the way to the top of the compensation plan to hit the bonus levels. So rank is just another term for bonus level. It's an Australian term, really. Hopefully that helps to clarify that question. Guys, I'm just going to sit here and do Q&A for another 10 minutes. If you guys are already here with us and you need to get out there and start messaging people, please go. If you're new here and you want to stay back and learn with me, this is a very much learn, do, teach model. I love teaching. I could teach all day long. So happy to sit here with you for another 10, 20 minutes. Otherwise, guys, my encouragement for you is success loves speed. You can see people who are jumping on this really quickly. We're hosting 4 hours of power every day for the foreseeable future until we change it because we're on a blitz run. We're on a 10-day blitz, right? So we're having 4 powers of hour of power, dyslexia, gotta love it. But basically, these are our onboarding calls. They're going to be at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 10 p.m. New York time. Don't ask me to do the city conversion. That's what's in my head. You guys, adults, can work it out for yourselves. But they're nice and early in the morning. Basically, they're an hour. We're a beautiful tech team. Liz, Sue, Jackie, Aaron. There's quite a team that's growing there that's got crypto knowledge. So if you're new to this space, guess what? I was too 8 months ago, and I've been able to learn it pretty quickly. You can too. But we're going 4 calls a day to support this conversation. This is your first level of support. Your second level, reach out to your sponsor. Your third level, get into the team chats. Your fourth level, reach out to corporate team. I am the Vice President of Field Development and Growth. So my responsibility here for this team and this company is to build culture, is to build people. I'm also the corporate trainer here for this company as well. So let me see if I've got any other questions.
Jeff,
So,
can I ask a question, please?
Yes, Bowsy, where you go, mate?
Just with the reinvested amounts, are they, when they go back into your account, are they also subject to the 12-month period for you to get?
So yes, correct. So like I've been getting like little partner payments here, and I've been reinvesting that back into my bot. So what happens is the first initial deposit, that 365 days kicks off for that. If I put in more money in a week and top up that with my partner bonus, or if I put in another deposit, that 365 days starts on that deposit. So yeah, it's locked from the time that you put the deposit in. Now, I mean to say locked. You can withdraw it on the 1st, the 10th, and the 20th. You will receive a 30% fee, a 35% fee. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just going off the top of my head here. 35% fee for withdrawing it before the 12-month period. After the 12 months, there is no fee, but you can withdraw your daily deposit bonuses, your partner bonuses, The profit margins, that type of thing, you can do that daily. You just withdraw it to like something like MetaMask or something like Kraken, and away you go, which you then put it into your bank account. I'm about to actually do a training video where I work through and do that for myself, and show people how to do that. But yes.
Okay, great.
Does
Thank
that
you.
answer, does that answer your question, or am I rambling
Yes,
now?
yes, no good.
Thank you, Fauzi.
Thank you.
Cool. These are really great questions. Any more? Put me through the paces. This is how I learn too.
Yeah, I have a question.
Hey, Maria.
Hi, how are you?
Fantastic. What's your question?
So, and I know this might sound stupid because I know a little bit about crypto, but I don't know a whole lot.
Welcome
And
to
I've
the
been
club.
really bad companies, believe me, where I lost a lot of money. So when I first heard about this, I was like, no way. But then Leah and Janina, I know them from other businesses that we're, have in common. And I watched the first video and I'm like, I gotta try this.
I was exactly the same. I actually had this showed to me probably about 6 weeks prior to Josh showing it to me.
I'm sorry?
I had someone showed this earlier to me, early in the year, like later last year, about 3 or 4 months ago. I'm about 6 weeks, 8 weeks ago. And I said no, because I didn't want to look at it. I saw it as a distraction. Josh showed me, played out the game plan, what we're going to do with it. And it's like, okay, this makes sense. Let's go. So I get it.
Yeah. But I'm glad I'm here. My question is, so as far as when you see the profit, does that happen once daily, or is it something, because this is, this is guys, so it's a little bit different.
Daily.
It's once daily that you see, and is there a specific time where you see that, or?
I don't know. Help me out here, guys. I think it's 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time daily. You see it daily. It's instant. So there's actually a Telegram bot that's set up. Here, let me share my Telegram bot with you. I'll show you this here. Now, this may be completely transparent, guys. I'm actually going to stop the recording here for confidentiality purposes.
If you're going to get...
Sorry?
It's okay. So the profit is once a day, but if you get any bonuses from any deposits or anything like that that somebody does under you and the team, that could come anytime. Because that's what happens.
Instant.
Okay.
Instant. I got my Voyager bonus yesterday. It was instant, done. I actually reinvested it. I compounded it back in. Why not? It was $100 bonus for the first one. I'm actually running a internal competition. This is not corporate. This is just me, because I want to create the culture from the down top where we're generous in our time, talents, and treasures. I'm personally going to give anyone here that joins and gets and beats my record, if you can rank up within 2 days or less, I'm personally going to give you 200 USDT out of my bonus money that I get on the next bonus.
Okay.
I have that instant. I can then do that withdrawal. I can send that to your Kraken account, MetaMask. And so I'm confident in this. I want to build us a culture. Now, you guys don't have to do the same thing. You do your business, you do it your way. But I know if we build a community, a family where people are getting paid daily, they're getting promoted daily, they will stay and they will play with us. And this will become home for people. And we then can go travel around, beaches of Vanuatu and Hawaii and left, right, and center, all the events, and away we go. Let's go create magic together.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Maria. Anybody else? I've got probably about 5 minutes left. Take advantage of the time, guys. If you need help with tech and onboarding, I'm going to recommend that you reach out to our sponsor, your sponsor. Get the details for our hour of power calls. Our power of, I think we come up with a new name, hour of power calls at either 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless subject to change. We do host a corporate opportunity call at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's what Josh just had to jump onto the corporate one. I'm recommending that leaders, you guys do exactly what I've done here and follow by example and go, I've got Josh's ear. I've got direct contact to him. I can help either, set Josh up to present for your community, or I can present for your community. And then, like Sam, we'll get Sam to present for his community, and we'll get Robin to present to her community, and vice versa, and all of that. So, because now, guess what? Instead of me sharing the corporate replay with everybody, I've got my own personalized replay, and now it positions me as a leader, and I want to do that as well. This needs to become a community where leaders are creating other leaders, where hero makers are creating other hero makers. That's my heart by design. Cool. Troy, I just see you turn your camera on, mate. Did you have a question?
Yeah, I had asked it in the chat about when you're building three different legs, or you have your three legs, are we building then, so we get our three people with our own referral link,
Yes.
and then we build underneath that just a power leg on each one of those three people, or we fill out all three people on those three people?
Up to you. I'm just doing 3x3, and I'm just helping builders build under builders, and let's not worry about power leg language and all that sort of stuff. Look, I'll be completely transparent. You know, I've got my friend Dave here. I've got my friend Trish here. These guys aren't builders. You know, I've got them in early, and I'm building underneath them. These guys will rank up without having to put one single person in. That is the culture that I want to build. Up to you how you want to build your team. Your business, you do it your way. This is what I'm just training from the corporate down so we can all win together. You know, I'm not here, like I'm giving away a lot of upfront direct bonuses and all that sort of thing that I could be earning. I've personally put in probably about 45 people. I actually don't know how much I've given away, but that's not the game we're playing. The money in this comp plan is in the volume, is in the daily deposit increments. Craig, reach out to Dave Miller, mate, and let's get you set up there with him. So what you got to do with your link is you share your personal direct affiliate link with your top 3 people. I put my wife on one of my positions. I look after my family first, y'all. I want to make sure I'm looked after and fed too, but then I can look after everybody else. So I've got my top 4 positions. Actually, I'm building 4 legs, but I'm teaching everybody to build 3. Just being transparent with you because I didn't realize that it wasn't automatic. It's manual placement. So what you got to do is you got to take the last 6 digits of the code. You'll see their code. You just swap that out. And that's how I'm building under Robin. That's how I'm building under Dave. That's how I'm building under Kevin and, you know, and all that sort of thing as well. So, and, you know, this is going really, really fast. And then, so if I can teach all the leaders to do the same thing, you know, where we're stacking left, right, and center, people will start ranking up very, very quickly. Obviously, builders are probably going to rank up pretty quickly. Those who jump in early are going to rank up pretty quickly. I can't promise that you'll have spillover, you know, forever, that type of conversation, because I reckon that's a lie marketing tactic that most people marketers leverage with. I leverage it very early days, but then you won't see me talking about it ever again because I've seen so many people set up for failure expecting spillover. Spillover is a bonus, right? It's you know, you want to really do this, go build it yourself, but we're going to help community build, and let's go. Daryl, you can have now, Daryl. You're all in the same family anyway, guys. Love it. All right, guys, I got time for one super rapid fire question. I got 60 seconds left.
I just wanted to clarify in the comp plan, it shows your personal contribution. Is that based on your initial deposit or the amount that's also been compounding on top of it as well?
It's your initial deposit plus whatever partner bonuses that you put on top of it and all of that sort of stuff.
Whatever you top up with, basically.
Yeah, it's your personal contribution to it. Yeah. Answer your question?
Yeah, I'm just being a nerd creating spreadsheets to do projections.
Look, guys, I'm not big. I'm big picture. I'm strategy. I'm not details. I need people like you to support us. Carissa, I see you have your unmuted. Did you have a question?
Yeah, I'm sorry. You had said earlier how much the fees were per day or year or something. Can you just do that real quick?
So if you withdraw the initial deposit before the 12-month thing is up, it's 35% fee. If you do just your daily deposit fee, like you're withdrawing from your profits, your partner bonuses, all of that sort of thing, it's a 1% withdrawal fee.
Okay.
All right, guys, that's it. I've got to go. If you're new here, welcome to the family. Reach out to the person who invited you to this call. Grab their next best spot. Let's go build this together, guys. And I will be hosting more of these private Zooms. Probably another one next week. I'll look at my calendar. But for your leaders, get out here and do the same thing. Put me to work, put Josh to work, and let's run. That's all I have for time now, guys. If you have any other questions, get into the chat, reach out to your sponsor. But let's go, team. Let's rock and roll.
Jeff, are you available?
No, mate. Reach out to me in my WhatsApp or email, mate. Got to run. Talk soon.